Hello traders, good morning, good afternoon and good evening depending upon your time zone. My name is Muhammad Azim and welcome to ReadyForex.com New York Forex trading session. I mainly use Elliot Wave to trade and forecast the market, and I also teach trading with Elliot Wave online course. I also use different Forex day trading systems as well, and I also teach different Forex day trading systems as well. If you are interested, you can check out my website. There are different ways to communicate with me. Okay, let's get started. First thing first, let me take a look at some price charts. Right now, euro dollar currency pair is trying to drop. Let me go over to the radar screen first. Let's see what's going on. Okay, it seems to me euro dollar is telling me the trend method should be sideways for euro, GBPUSD, USD Swiss franc, even the AUDUSD and the NZDUSD currency pair. Same goes with the USDCAD and EUROCAD and Euro GBP pair. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, the way I see euro dollar is falling down, and we're probably going to get further weakness in price action. If there is a potential buy trade setup, then I will uh, try to look for a trade. Otherwise, I think euro is going to collapse. It's going to drop. Okay, so let's go over to a price chart. The first Elliott wave count, that's a bullish running triangle Elliott wave pattern, which suggests that market is going to complete a bearish wave C leg. Okay, I do have a second Elliott wave count, which suggests that market is going to drop. Actually, this is what I discussed, by the way, on Friday, that market almost always try to fool traders and show you a head fake. That is the reason why I told you guys that this market could fail as well. It could create a spike and then goes back down, and this is exactly going on. Now, what I need is a breakdown in price action below this area over here. Okay, so if we get a red color candle, something like this happens below the support level, that would be a good level. Okay, so big bullish rally which market rallied up over here. Okay, I actually took a sell in USD Swiss franc currency pair at that time. I will show you that trade again. So regarding the euro dollar, the way I see, we got this first leg away. This is the alternative Elliott wave count, and the alternative Elliott wave count suggests that market is going to drop like this and expect further weakness in price action. Okay, give me a second over here. No, let's go over here. So regarding the euro USD pair, the way I see it is trying to drop over. Expect further weakness in price action of euro dollar pair. This whole thing could fall, and the USD Swiss franc. This was a sell right over here. This was a sell, 47 pips profit. This was the trade. I got about $2,894 profit in US dollar Swiss franc. But I told you guys that this whole thing could fail again over here. Okay. So regarding the euro dollar, the way I see euro dollar is most likely going to fall down. Now we got this big washout to the downside, and we got 1 and 2. Okay, let me see. Right now, only the New York market session is, it is, so dollar is most likely going to move a little bit sideways. And if you want to look for a trade in smaller time frame, there's actually a trade setting up over here. If I go to a 5 minutes chart, and the drop over here, this is some kind of a B C A B and C. So euro is going to drop more a little bit. Okay, there's an opportunity to take a small scalp over here. Let's see, 67 goes up a little bit, 67. Okay, sell. Here's a sell over here, and I'm going to place a stop loss right up here. So place a stop loss right up there, and I think euro is going to move a little bit sideways, then it's going to break below this low as well. So in terms of Elliott wave, this is wave 1. Wave 2, wave 3 to the downside looks like to me an extension, or an extended third wave over here. Then it's going to move a little bit sideways, and then expect one more drive to the downside. Regarding the, let's see, US dollar Swiss franc, where it is here. Okay, we have some support over here. Regarding euro, if you're going to complete this 5F drop over here, then the VIC market is going to drop further, and the support is down over here, right around this area. Okay, so I took a sell at 1.1667 level, a small scalp trade, short-term trade I would say. Let's go back to the chart. So regarding the euro, market is going to drop. If I label this and count this thing as a 1 and then 2, I still expect a bullish leg. And if I saying wave count is going to work, then I still expect a drop in price action of euro dollar currency pair. Now regarding the US dollar, the US dollar, the DX, we got a hit at the support level this time, and it's telling me that the DX is going to rise up over here. Here's a drop in price action. It took out the low, and then expect more upside. Okay, so pound dollar, we got this deeper pullback over here, and this was the rally which failed to break above the old swing high, so I think it's going to drop more now. Next one is the Aussie dollar. The way I see AUDUSD is going to move sideways first and then expect further weakness in price action. I think AUDUSD is going to drop over here. So in 4-hour time frame there is one wave count which suggests that market is going to rise up, and sometimes what you expect as a triangle to appear, sometimes you get a different pattern. So it's a little bit early to label this thing as a triangle scenario or a flat scenario, because if euro dollar is going down, then it's quite possible that the Aussie dollar might not show us a deeper pullback up here. So NZDUSD currency pair, this is a nice break to the downside and a retest. This is the 0.382% Fibonacci retracement level. We got a hit earlier today, so it is going to show some signs of weakness. So my forecast is bearish for the NZD versus USD currency pair. This means this bullish leg over here, it's going to probably fail. If you check out the 4-hour time frame, we got this bullish leg. If it's not going to fail, at least I'm expecting a short-term bearish leg over here. US dollar Swiss franc, my forecast is bullish for the Swiss franc. Okay, the way I see market is going to rise up more over here inside US dollar versus Swiss franc currency pair. Expect more upside. So for this was a false breakdown right over here. Okay, and it's quite possible that US dollar Swiss franc is going to rise like this. Okay, USDJPY currency pair market is most likely going to rise. We might get even a breakout above this old swing high over here as well. This one looks also possible, but at least on a short-term basis, market is going to rise up inside US dollar versus Swiss franc currency pair. So the way I see upside. Next one is the spot gold. Spot gold is going to drop. The way I see spot gold is going to drop. Let me go back to the euro trade. Okay, euro is going down. Well, I told you it's going to drop. Okay, it's almost there to print a new low over here, and then it's going to start a deeper retracement. So let me go over here. Let's draw the trend line. Here it is, 64. Price action is almost there to test it. Let me change the time frame here. We got this rally, one leg, two leg, is a second leg. So it's almost there to hit it. It could bounce back up as well from these lows. So it's almost there, just need one pip to the downside. So 1.1665, this is the current price. Okay, took it out and closed. Okay, you see it opened with a gap. Now it went down, so I closed that trade with a profit. Here's the trade. Downward. This is the one. This is the trade in euro. Now the way I see market is going to start decline. Expect a little bit kind of a pullback, and then euro. If euro wants to bounce, there are two ways. Let me tell you straight. Whenever I look at Elliot wave, I always have one preferred wave count and one alternative Elliot wave count. Now this is what I'm presenting you is the preferred Elliott wave count. The preferred Elliott wave count suggests the market is going to bounce up a little bit. We might get even a deeper pullback, and then it's going to breaks below this low over here. It's going down, but it's not going to be like a straight line. Okay, and this is what happened exactly right over here. This is known as false breakout. How do I know all of these things in advance? Well, this is what I've told you on Friday. I used my radar screen indicator. Okay, so this was a false breakout right over here, and the radar screen indicator, when I checked, I started the session few minutes ago, about 15 minutes ago. If you go back over here, look at the method, the euro dollar, and right after the euro dollar, the method is sideways. So this means we should use a sideways trading strategy, okay, to trade the euro dollar currency pair. This means this market is going to show us false breakouts and false breakdowns. That is the reason why I went long. Where it is, US dollars. This is where I took a sell over here. Okay, if I show you this, okay, this was the sell right over here, and let's use the minus 25. Okay, so that is the reason why I took a sell right up over here in US dollar Swiss franc currency pair, because I knew it that market is sideways. If you check out the US dollar Swiss franc, you should use a sideways trading strategy and expect a false breakout. Market is trying to move in a trading range. Okay, the trend following stuff is different, and sideways trading, it's different. You cannot use one technique or one technical indicator or one trading strategy to trade both sideways and trend following in market environments. You need separate trading strategy for sideways, and you need a separate trading strategy for trend following stuff. Okay, so that's this is what I told you over here, that this one is a failure, a false breakout to this upside. Markets trying to fool traders, and we got the same thing over here. So all of those who took a buy over here, most of my students who know how to trade this setup, they took a buy trade in US dollar Swiss franc earlier today. So this was a buy, by the way. Okay, so if I, this was a buy right over here, and all of those who took a sell down over here, obviously they lost money. Okay, so I just closed the sell. Here, look at the euro now. I told you guys this is the third wave which extended based on, and now market is going to rise up. So if I go back to the chart over here, so I hope the method stuff is clear, that I use the radar screen indicator, and it's my own indicator. I designed it and created it, and it covers about 33 different trading instruments. It even works with cryptocurrency pairs, but I don't usually trade those. Okay, let's go back to the chart. So let me now present my preferred Elliott wave count in euro dollar currency pair and the alternative Elliott wave count in euro dollar. This is the preferred wave count. The alternative Elliott wave count is price action is going to rise up in euro dollar currency pair. So let me use, okay, let's use okay, preferred, P-R-E-F-E, preferred Elliot wave count. Okay, preferred Elliot wave count in red color. Let's use this one as a red over here. And the alternative Elliot wave count, also known as plan B, which I would say the least expected path that market is probably going to follow, is this is the alternative Elliot wave count. Okay, that market is going to bounce up back up in euro dollar currency pair. You see how the market is bouncing now? So that is the reason I draw this trend line, and I told you that, you know, just a small trade, and I closed it with a $170 profit. Just one. So now market is falling down. So this was wave 1, wave 2 of the Elliott wave, and then we got this extension in third wave. So that's wave 3. So after wave 3, expect a bullish like wave 4, or maybe this was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In both cases, no matter which way you count it, we got the bottom. So that is the reason I closed the sell. Now market might try to drop one more time and then bounce back up even harder. Okay, that's also possible. So this is the preferred Elliott wave count and the alternative Elliott wave count in euro dollar currency pair. In my humble opinion, euro dollar is going to drop at least on a short term basis. Now we can use the Fibonacci retracement level to find out that point or area, and I think market has already bounced from 0.32% to the next level is going to be 0.618% Fibonacci retracement level over here. It might drop a little bit lower. So if you check out the preferred Elliott wave count, the preferred Elliott wave actually suggests that euro dollar is going to actually print a new low over here. What I mean by that is, let me adjust this fib level. Market is most likely going to hit the 0.786% Fibonacci retracement level. So in both cases, no matter which way you slice it or dice it, I am expecting a drop in euro dollar currency pair. Okay, I hope it's clear. So DX is going to rise up. Okay, so regarding the let's go back to the Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar is going to, then we have the NZDUSD currency pair. Expect further weakness in price action, and I'm actually looking for a potential sell trade inside US dollar, sorry, inside NZDUSD currency pair. So far I did not get a sell trigger, so I'm waiting outside, but I might get a trigger tomorrow. Next one is the US dollar Swiss franc. So Swiss franc is most likely going to rise. This is the preferred wave count, and the alternative Elliott wave count suggests that market is just going to rise up one more time over here. The alternative wave suggests that after this bullish leg, expect a new low in price action. Next one, spot gold. Spot gold is most likely going to drop. This is the buy trade plan. This is the daily chart. Let's go to a 1 hour. 1 hour, this was the sell trade plan right over here. I told you guys this was the wedge shape formation, the ending diagonal, and we got this as a potential wave A, B, and C zigzag pattern. And spot silver is probably going to drop, especially if it creates an overlap. Let me remove some of this stuff over here, the trend lines, especially if we get an overlap over here, and then the way I see market is probably drop inside spot gold. Next, the XAG USD pair, spot silver. Silver took out the old swing high, and I'm also bearish in spot silver. Let me see. It took out this high. Let's take a look at 1 hour. Okay. So this whole thing could turn into a false breakout. Let me tell you right over here. Okay. Just simple words, head fake. So we could get a head fake pattern right over here, and you know use the smaller time frames. Right now I don't have a setup in 15 minutes time frame, or not even in 1 hour, but we can draw some trend lines over here. Like once market breaks the channel, let me draw the channel. So here's the trend channel right over here. Okay, and price action actually break out of this bullish trend channel. So if it comes back down and takes out this bullish trend channel and starts the decline, that would be a nice sell over here in spot silver. Next one is the USDCAD. USDCAD clearly dropped from 0.32% Fibonacci retracement level. Now the way I see, USDCAD is probably going to rise up. Okay, we might get a new high, but I don't think so that's going to really happen here. The way I see, USDCAD is going to rise up at least on a short-term basis, then expect a drop in price action. And you can use your own day trading strategies to look for a potential sell trade setup right up there. But do not just jump into the market. You want this action to show you a pullback, okay, somewhere over here. Okay, and 1 second, go over here to over here. So let's see, we can write it down, the sell over here, sell setup. Okay, so this is the potential sell setup over here. Okay, so this is a potential sell setup in USDCAD. Next, the 1 hour over here. So expect bullish leg. Now what we can do is wait for a bullish leg over here. There are some other ways to trade this, like market is going to drop first and then it's going to rise back up as well, or price action to rise up from current levels. Okay, so here, and then this one goes here. Okay, Okay, next one is the USDJPY. So USDJPY is going sideways. I expect a drop in price action with USD-JPY currency pair, but so far market just keep going nowhere. It's moving sideways. This was a sell trade plan, and look what happened. It took out the high, created a false breakout, and then dropped back down. Okay, so USD yen, what's next? The way I see, it's quite possible that USDJPY is going to rise up one more time before we get further weakness. Okay, next one is the GBPJPY. GBPJPY currency pair. This is the sell trade plan. I expect more upside in GBPJPY currency pair. I expect basically a false breakout over here. So regarding yen, as long as market is not breaking this green color highlighted area, it is still an uptrend in 4-hour chart. Next one is the GBPJPY 1 hour. This was a trend line break, and let's see, 4-hour. Okay, so this is the support. Let me draw a rainbow. It kind of looks sideways. The moving averages are compressed. Euro yen, we have a sell trade plan over here, and I think Euro yen is going to start the decline. So we can go down, use the rainbow trading strategy in a smaller time frame. Another wave count I know which still looks quite possible is that market wants to try to take out the stop losses of sellers first before we get a sizable line. So a good idea is to wait for the market to breaks below 169.69 area right over here. Next, CHF JPY daily chart. Swiss franc yen, I'm looking for further weakness in price action. So the way I see markets probably going to start the decline from this red color highlighted area, and if it breaks below the support level, that's a sell setup right over here. Next one is the AUDJPY. We got the pullback. AUDJPY is probably going to rise up, and got this bullish rally as well. So let's go over to a 4-hour chart. Looks bullish. So a good idea is to draw the Fibonacci retracement level, wait for a pullback first. Okay, wait for a pullback, something like this, and then somewhere around this area look for a potential buy trade setup. So here it is. Wait for the market to drop first, and then expect further upside in AUDJPY currency pair. Next one is the Euro AUD. Euro AUD now starting to drop over here, but it took out this high first. Let's see what kind of a pattern we got. Okay, here's a failure. I need to check what's going on in Euro AUD. Go over to the radar screen. Euro AUD sideways. Okay. So Euro AUD is trying to drop. Let's go over to this chart. Okay, this one looks bearish. Looks like to me market is falling down with a good momentum over here. So Euro AUD looks bearish, and I think it's going to drop more. And down over here, this is the support area. If market wants to bounce, then this is the level which is probably going to provide some support in Euro AUD currency pair. Let's see. Here, so Euro AUD is finally dropping, and maybe that is the reason why the euro also started the decline. So regarding the Euro AUD, this looks like to me kind of a failure, and market is probably going to drop more, wait for a pullback, and then expect further weakness in price action of euro versus Australian dollar currency pair. So price action has started the decline. This is the zone over here. So expect more drop. Next one is the WTI oil. Okay, oil actually took out this high. Now this looks interesting. I was expecting market to stop at 63.70, took it out. One idea is now that we could get a deeper pullback. It would be a very good trade setup if it takes out this high and creates a false breakout. And when everyone starts thinking that oil is going up, right at that time you get a top and a drop. Okay, okay, this whole thing could turn into a nice sell trade setup if price goes like this. So WTI, that's the sell plan. Price action took it out, so the way I see, expect more upside. Okay, AUD NZD expect a new high, and I was expecting a deeper pullback, but just keep going up. Okay, EURUSD finally started the drop. Let's take a look at EURUSD over here. No setup in 1 hour, but the 4 hour looks interesting. So these things I told you guys, they usually print a top over here. Let's go over here, go to profile, radar screen. I need to check out what's going on in EURUSD. Sideways. Okay, good. So this is the support level. Let me adjust it. This is the area right over here in EURUSD currency pair. So EURUSD, expect further weakness in action in euro versus Canadian dollar currency. Next one is the euro GBP. Euro GBP is also trying to drop over here. Let's take a look at a 4-hour chart. So this was the rally A, B, C, probably looks like an X over here, and we did not get a new low actually in 1 hour. Okay, Euro GBP is going to drop most likely. This is the support, and it is now going to break below this level. Okay, so I think the pullback looks over, and Euro GBP is going to drop more. Next one is the GBPCAD. This as possible wave A, B, C, D. Expect a bearish leg in GBPCAD. So this is the support area, and if price action is going to break below this support level, then market is going to drop more, otherwise wide outside. So GBPCAD market is most likely going to drop. Okay, so this current analysis. The euro is actually going to drop more, but if I go back to the euro dollar chart, there are two possible wave counts which I've mentioned. The one wave count is that euro USD is going to bounce back up from current levels, which is the alternative Elliott wave count, and the second one is the preferred Elliott wave count, which suggests that euro USD is going to bounce back up just slightly, a little bit, create some sort of a sideways pattern, and then expect further weakness in price action of euro dollar currency pair. Okay, so this is the current analysis, and if you have any questions, feel free to type inside the chat box and I will be happy to answer your questions. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for the time being from my side, and I will see you tomorrow same time. So from my side, have a nice day and bye bye.